Come on, it's time to meet your inner grandma. Eating 12 donuts might feel really good to do, but not good to have done. Having to send that email might feel really good to have done, but not necessarily good to do. Finding a way to attach pleasure to what feels good to have done, even if it doesn't feel good to do, makes all the difference. This is something that I learned from Andrea Crowder. In order to make moves when it comes to shifting the outcome, you need to hack your long-term and short-term reward, but hack your long-term reward first and then short-term reward. So give yourself a future self frame. See them in your mind. What is their identity? This is future you, and you need to see future you living out a scene like she's in a movie. This could be you at 40 years old, 60, 90, whatever you choose. But what's key is that that person has things all figured out. They have what present you really wants right now. So think, as you're looking at them, how do they stand? How do they think? What kind of things do they value? What is she really proud of that she did and she got done? And feel that satisfaction right now. You can say out loud to yourself, I did it. Go me. I didn't actually think I would get there, but I have. No matter at what point in my life I started, I have now done it, and I'm thrilled. This devotion to your inner grandparent comes first, and what we're going to do is going to make her really proud. We don't have to have discipline at all to do it, because that is forced, it takes a lot of effort, it takes willpower. But what we're going to do instead is run every decision you need to make past your inner grandma. If you want to start a new career, check in with your inner grandma and ask, how would it feel for me to have worked in a different career? Would there be a return on this investment for me? And what that means is, would my energy increase as a result of having done this? Would I feel more alive after I've done it? And if inner grandma says yes, then it's a yes to doing it. To hack your short-term reward too, check in with your inner 5-year-old and ask, how can I have fun getting this done? If you're applying for a new job, you're probably going to have to spend time updating your CV, submitting applications, going for interviews. And those are all things that you might not initially want to do. They don't always feel great to be doing them. But when you check in with inner grandma and she says to you, hey, don't mess up my future here, take care of me please, you need to see her sitting in her chair, seeing her lean forward with excitement and say, yes, go for it, this is going to be good. And then take that increase of energy from your inner grandma and having done it, and pull that energy into the present before you call on your inner 5-year-old and ask, how can I make this really fun to do? Most of the time, we don't even ask ourselves if it's possible for things to be fun while we do them, especially if they are things that we don't necessarily want to do up front. You could walk around listening to a course rather than sitting down. You could dance around to music before you sit down for some focus time. You could watch really funny videos that put you into such a good mood before you get started on whatever it is you don't particularly want to do. What's important here is that the emphasis is on long-term pleasure. Short-term pleasure of that dopamine hit that you get from browsing online or starting a new TV series just isn't it. That is actually long-term suffering. We're going to reframe it to that. But our brains are trained to look for the dopamine hit that we get from picking up our phones or in that first episode that starts to play. Our brains are not trained to look for that moment of completion, the moment after it's done, or 1 hour after it's done, or 1 week, or 1 month. You might feel bad having to do something that you don't want to do, but delaying what you know you need to do feels worse. So as you're going, here is an affirmation to help you on your way. Repeat after me. I am no longer willing to sacrifice myself for the reward of how it will feel to have done.